You paid for it in full. You did not rent it, you bought it. And you still do not own it. Somewhere there is a switch you cannot reach. A company you have never spoken to can turn your things off. The book you bought can disappear from your shelf overnight. The car you paid for can lose a feature it already has. The tractor you own can refuse to start until someone approves the repair. None of this is theft. All of it is legal. Because the word for what you did was never buying. It was licensing. To see how that happened, you have to go back to a novel that cost $1. 1904. A New York publisher prints a novel. Inside the cover he prints a warning. This book may not be sold for less than $1. Anyone who sells it cheaper is breaking copyright. A department store called Macy's sells it for 89 cents. The publisher sues. In 1908, the case reaches the Supreme Court. The answer it gives will shape the next 100 years. Copyright controls the first sale of a copy. After that, the copy belongs to whoever bought it. The publisher sets his price once, not forever. This is called the first sale doctrine. It is why second-hand shops exist, and libraries, and garage sales. You paid. The seller lost his say. That was ownership. Then someone invented a product that copies itself. 1976. A 20-year-old writes an angry letter. His name is Bill Gates. His software is being copied and passed around. He calls the hobbyists thieves. The letter became famous. The real change was quieter. Lawyers looked at the problem and found a way around it. Do not sell the program. Sell permission to run it. A sale hands over an object and ends. A license never ends. It has conditions. And conditions need a contract. So the contract was printed on the packaging. By opening this box, you agreed to the terms inside the box. You never signed it. You never read it. You could not argue with it. For years, nobody knew whether that was even legal. In 1996, a court said it was. 2 years later, the lock arrives. 1998. The Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Section 1201. It does not protect the film or the song. It protects the lock sitting on top of them. Breaking that lock is a crime by itself, even if you own the copy, even if your reason is legal. This is the hinge of the whole story. A technical measure became a legal wall. Whoever builds the lock now writes the rules. And the rules spread fast. Region codes on discs. Music that played on one brand of player. In 2009, Amazon reached into people's readers overnight. It deleted a book that customers had already paid for. A licensing mistake, the company said. The money was refunded. The book was 1984. So far, all of this is screens. Then software moved inside everything else. A tractor is not a computer. A modern tractor is. Controllers, sensors, and firmware that has to be signed. In 2015, John Deere told the Copyright Office something remarkable. The farmer does not own the vehicle. He owns metal and permission to operate it. So a man can hold the wrench and still not be allowed to turn it. In 2022, Russian troops looted a dealership in Melitopol. They shipped the machines home. The machines were switched off remotely from another country. Everyone cheered. Almost nobody noticed what it proved. Holding a thing is not controlling it. The switch is somewhere else. The same idea shrank down to the phone in your pocket. Fit a genuine screen and it still complains. Not because the part is bad, because the numbers do not match. This is called parts pairing. The repair is possible, the permission is missing. Why every company drifts this way? The answer is short. A sale is one payment. A license is a payment every month, for as long as you live. Investors do not value those the same way. One-time revenue is worth a fraction of recurring revenue. The same product is worth more if it is rented. For a while you could pay monthly to switch on heated seats. The wires were already in the car. You paid for permission. And there is a second reason, quieter than the first. If you never owned it, you cannot sell it on. The second-hand market was always the competition. A license removes it. In 2010, a man bought used design software at an office sale. He tried to resell the discs. The court stopped him. The first buyer had never owned them either.
Ownership was never taken away by one law. It was priced out, one product at a time. And the ending is always the same. A server is switched off. A smart home hub becomes plastic. A car accessory becomes plastic. The game you paid for will not open. There is pushback. Repair laws in Europe and in several states. One of them says a shop may not print the word buy unless it admits you are renting. But the default is already set. A publisher once printed a line saying you may not sell this on. A court struck the line out. That line is now inside almost everything you own, and there is no court left to strike it out for you.